Welcome to the Pish Tosh Podcast with Emma Red March Rose.
Thank you for listening as I share my interviews with students of the performing arts. It is June 2019, and I am so happy to say that I am starting my very first podcast. I recorded my first episode on Father's Day with my guest, David Anderson Loken. David and I are in a Writing 1 class at the Second City here in Chicago, and I was so lucky to have him for an evening for us to be able to sit down and do that interview, and I hope everyone enjoys, and thank you so much for listening. Alrighty. I'm here at the Second City Training Center in Chicago, Illinois with David Anderson Loken.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, that's Loken like joking, not locking like we talking. But we are. We're talking here.
That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was improv.
Yeah.
Yes. You've taken improv?
I actually haven't. Which is weird.
This is the first time David and I have met. No, this is the Pish Tosh Podcast. This is my very first episode. My name is Emma Rose, and I'm here with David. David and I met at our Writing 1 class here at the Second City, and I have him sitting here with me, just the two of us in an empty room. We don't know each other that well. He's a very brave man. And I just want to ask him a few questions and kind of figure out what brought him here today.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah. Well, I brought you here today, but I mean, what brought you to the Second City?
Well, basically is my only option. It was like, because where I'm from Billings, Montana, and there is absolutely no comedy scene there at all. But it was a scene that I wanted to get into. But really the only thing that you could do was during college, they might have a comedy night where you have like 5 minutes. I mean, that's the standard, but that might be a thing that's going on like once a semester or something. So I had a boring job, I had one of those standard office jobs, and I knew that I wanted to do something else, and I kind of always had the idea in the back of my mind that I could, I always thought maybe I could do this, but I think just the constant boredom and grind of having a really boring job kind of pushed me to the edge.
Yeah,
that makes sense?
I have a similar
to be
story.
Like, yeah, I'm just going to move.
Yeah.
There's nothing for me in this town, so I'm going to move and try to make something of my life.
Right.
If that makes sense.
So you came to Chicago specifically to study comedy?
Yes.
That's fascinating. Do you have any family or friends from this area that kind of helped you get here?
I have family in Wisconsin.
I heard that's fairly close. I'm new to the area.
Yeah, I mean, it's about a 3-hour drive from where they live.
How many days walking? I'm just kidding. Okay, so about when did you move to Chicago?
Let's see, it was late April.
Late April of this year?
I want to say it was late April.
Of 2019, this is the year of our Lord, 2019.
Yeah.
I'm learning this in real time.
AD.
Do you know when I moved here?
No.
I moved here April 29th of this year.
That's probably about the same.
You kidding?
I'm not,
That's crazy.
Yeah, because the day before, I was in Wisconsin for a wedding.
Tell me about that whole day before your last day in Wisconsin.
I hated it. No, it was more like it was a week-long trip.
The one day was?
It felt like it.
Yeah.
But so the process for getting here was me and my dad drove.
Oh, okay.
The whole, I think, approximately 1,500 miles.
Oh my God! How many hours is that? Is it a week?
It adds up to about a day, but we made it last 3 days.
Yeah.
Because first, we drove from Billings to Sioux Falls in North Dakota.
Yeah, it's a good day to be talking about him. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, and then from North Dakota to somewhere in Minnesota.
Okay.
And Minnesota to Madison, where the wedding was. And the last day was Madison to Chicago.
Man.
But I'm I dread goodbyes.
Yes.
So I'm just I want to get this trip out of the way.
Right.
So I could just move on to the next step.
Definitely.
because it was like the hardest week of my life.
Oh man, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Everything changes, everything brand new.
It would have been easier if I had a bad relationship with my family.
Same here.
But I'm like, okay, yeah.
Are you feeling pretty homesick? Not to get like too
No, I
harsh.
talk to them every week, and we stay in touch, so not
That's
really.
good. That's really good.
Yeah.
I talk to my family pretty regularly too. I am horribly homesick. Oh my gosh, it's embarrassing. I'm 27. I'm older than you. How old are you again?
24.
24. I'm 27. I'm almost 30 years old, and I just want like my mom and my dad. Even though I love my parents. They're terrible people, but I do miss them. I miss them a lot. I actually, like I said, today's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to Mr. Loken.
Yes.
Very nice. And I'll shout out to my pa, Dennis. Dennis being a menace. And I'm from North Carolina. I don't know if we had talked about that previously, but so I'm missing the heat also. So it's colder in Montana.
It is, but right now it's hotter.
Really?
Yeah, I always say that I've always kind of had the idea that Montana is the love child of Texas and Canada.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because it has like the hot weather of Texas and kind of the same people, it's a very red state, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's got the harsh winters of Canada.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where that comes from.
And do they have the soft A's of Canada?
I don't know what that means.
You know what? I couldn't think of how to put it. That was I just made up that term, but I think you get it.
Like in terms of how they speak?
Yeah.
Well, my friends always make fun of me because I say the word bag, like my grocery
What would that
bag.
be? Oh.
I say bag.
Well, how do you say bagel? Do you say bagel?
That's still bagel.
Oh, so it's not interchangeable.
But like if I'm begging for money or if I am carrying a plastic bag.
Same thing.
Yeah, but it's the plastic bag apparently. But I've
You
always
think that's
said,
a Montana thing?
I don't know, because there's people who, some of my friends who say bag. So I'm confused, maybe it's a family thing that we just all say bag.
Actually, this actually is a perfect segue.
Okay.
I would like for you to do me a solid right now.
Okay.
We're on the Pish Tosh Podcast, and I would like for you to say Pish Tosh Podcast 3 times fast.
Okay. Is this like a little game? To see
Yeah,
if you can
yeah,
do
it's
it?
like
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay. Pish Tosh Podcast, Pish Tosh Podcast, Pish Tosh Podcast.
Yes! Oh my God, no, that's probably the best one that we're ever gonna have. It's definitely the best one so far.
I maybe could have done it faster, but I might have messed it up even worse.
That's true, that's true. I like that. Slow and steady
Wins the race.
wins the race, that's
Yes.
right, yeah. And it really wasn't that slow. You did a great job.
Cool.
I'm really proud of you. That's the best anyone's ever done it on this show. I look forward to hearing
Of all the other
others give
previous
that a shot.
attempts.
That's right, yeah.
Of all your many guests as you've
Definitely.
had.
We actually had to change the name because it was going so badly when we were trying to say the other one so fast. It actually used to be
Nice.
called the Scrooby-Doo No, I can't.
The Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Podcast.
Yes, XBL Podcast. Yes.
Nice.
That's the only part of that I could have repeated anyway, so I'm glad it worked out. I'm in an improv class right now. You're not going to be able to tell from the podcast because I have not graduated from the class yet, and I really shouldn't even be doing improv yet because I'm not certified.
Oh.
But they're teaching me.
You need your
slowly.
improv license card, don't you?
That's right.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I did a little bit of improv in college, but that was because...
You were bad at college and you just made stuff
Well,
up
honestly,
every day?
a little bit, yeah. Because my first... Okay, right out of high school, you go to college, and then, you're supposed to decide what you want to be right then and there.
Right.
So I was a mechanical engineering
Which is the
major.
best time, really, when you're
Exactly,
18
yeah.
to make decisions
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
You got all your friends, but now, you should probably move away from all of them.
Yes. All the things that have brought you comfort and joy, fuck all those
Yeah,
things.
it's time to bail.
Yes.
No,
Because if
but
you're not miserable, how are you going to ever be successful?
yeah. So I was a mechanical engineering student at the University of Montana.
Oh, wow.
No, Montana State University.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm just kidding. I don't know the difference. I don't know either.
Because they have a rivalry.
Oh, there are two schools,
yeah.
and one is called the Montana...
University of Montana and Montana State University.
Oh, wow, okay.
I went to Montana State University.
Yes.
Because I just messed that up. But anyway, so yeah, Montana State University is like the engineering school. It's like one of the top... Apparently it's like in like the top 10 in the country.
Oh,
whatever,
wow. I feel ashamed that I didn't know.
Yeah, there's something about how one of the people who used to work there did something with like a Mars rover or something. Like a
Oh, wow.
yeah.
That's like one of those robots that go into space, right?
Yeah, and it sings itself happy birthday. Because,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is that why it's so famous? It's not because it's like goes to space or anything, but it's because I sing myself happy birthday every fucking year. I'm the only one who does.
Yeah.
I don't see me, winning any Montana State University awards.
Yeah.
Or did I get it backwards again?
Montana State University.
Okay, cool.
Anyway,
Just want to make sure.
so yeah, I was a student for about a month, dropped out of college, took a gap year, which is what everyone should do.
Is that what it's called, a gap year?
Yeah.
Nice.
But then I eventually went back because I kind of, it was still a good idea to go to college, maybe.
Yeah, but you had that time to think it over and do your own thing. That's a good idea.
So I eventually got a degree in film and photography.
Neat.
Even though I didn't really do much filming, or I did basically zero photography.
So they just handed it to you?
It's basically a title, but a majority of what my schooling was writing.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Which is where which is why I think I'm better at our writing class versus my stand-up one.
Oh, you're taking a stand-up course as well right now.
Yeah, I'm doing stand-up now too.
Oh.
Not like I'm bad at it, because no one's going to be good at it out the door.
Right.
If you think you're going to be good at anything here right away,
yeah,
then you're just going to set yourself up for disappointment.
You know what? I got some advice that I want to share with you. I got an interesting conversation right before I left North Carolina. A good friend of mine, I was whining about, what if I go up there and I suck? And he said, I hope you do suck. I hope you suck so bad. And I was just like, wait, what? Yep. And he was like, because if you're great right away, you won't fucking appreciate it. And you won't work so hard and everything like that. So I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you have that same perspective or whatever. But having said that, you write some funny stuff.
Well, thanks.
Right out of the chute with this writing class. We're on week 7. We've got one more week, and I'm trying not to cry about it. Because it's been a great time, man. I think we've all like bonded and stuff, even though we just see each other for a few hours on the weekends. We got our Facebook group, and we got a fun bunch. And I missed this weekend's class. I was at a concert yesterday, but I got to hear your last week. You did the fish out of water.
Oh yeah, literally a fish out of water.
A literal fish.
Yeah. But
coming out of the water.
No one rewrote it though.
Oh no!
It was, they're not people characters.
You know what? I think some of the best characters are not people characters.
Yeah, like Pixar,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I got to point out too, because I didn't notice until just a moment ago, but the sweater that you're wearing right now is like my favorite thing.
Yes, I get a lot of compliments on
ever
this.
seen. You should. Yeah. The sweater he's wearing, it says, "Oh Captain, my Captain," and it's got multiple figures standing up on school desks, and those figures are the genie from Aladdin,
the professor from Flubber, Sean, the therapist from Good Will Hunting,
right?
Doubtfire.
This is Doubtfire.
Pan.
And Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Look at that! Oh my God! What an ode to one of the greatest comedians of all time.
Yes.
Oh my
much.
God! And that's a great segue too. But before we get into that, I'm going to take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
And we're going to hear a word from our sponsor.
Okay.
All right, keep listening. Thank you so much. Do you suffer from anxiety? Do you have at least one nipple? If you answered yes to one or both of these questions, then Keep Calm Teat Balm might be the right answer for you. We use a patented combination of lavender oil, CBD extract, and the sound of kittens purring to calm your fat natchies. Keep calm, teat balm. Keep calm, teat balm. When you're having a fit, can't handle your shit, just reach for this to calm down your tits. Keep calm, teat balm. Keep calm. And we're back with David Anderson Loken. And where we left off, I was just complimenting him on his fabulous Robin Williams sweater. And that brings me to my next question. Who are your biggest comedy influences? Who's inspired you the most?
Okay. Well, let's go back in time.
Okay. That's my favorite place to go back into.
So let's see. I want to say about 12 years old or so.
Okay. You were 12 years old?
Yes, I was 12.
Okay.
And me and my friend are on this trip in Big Sky, which is a big resort area kind of
in Montana.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because they rented a little house out for the weekend or something.
Great.
So we went to the local video store.
As we had video stores. This is back in time.
Yes. And we rented a VCR tape.
A what now?
Exactly.
Yeah. For our younger listeners, that's like a large black brick.
Yes.
And you cram it into
a little thing.
a larger black
Yes.
box. And then you listen to a lot of nonsense scrambling, and then a film plays. I don't know. Ask your grandparents. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, what we got was Bill Cosby himself.
Wow.
So right off the bat, you're like, oh boy, Cosby, you know.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, monster, right? We all know him.
Yeah, now we know that. But we didn't know that then.
No.
Not when we were little 12-year-olds frolicking around.
So, yeah, I'm kind of reluctant to tell people that the very first comedian that I was into was Cosby.
You know, a lot of people, I think, would agree with you that he was an inspiration as far as comedy goes.
And he was also the greatest heartbreak in American history.
Oh my God! What a way to put it.
That's what my
so
mom
true.
says.
That's perfect.
When my mom's talking about Cosby, it's like, yeah, that guy broke my heart.
Absolutely. Yeah. What a betrayal as a society.
Yeah, no kidding.
And the way that he even, I'm sure you've heard this too, but he even mentored so many other young comedians.
Yeah, it's something that, Dave Chappelle talks about in one of his specials.
Yeah, it's painful.
Yeah. So anyway.
I appreciate that segue though too. Now that you've said all that, I mean, we of course don't think that you're a monster.
Oh well, thanks.
Yes.
Yeah. But now, Robin was always a big. Yeah. As you could probably tell by, I have the exact same energy as Robin.
Absolutely. In fact, for our listeners who are not here right now, David looks exactly like Robin Williams. I mean, it's like looking right into the past, into a 24-year-old Robin Williams right here. Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, but the biggest reasons I like him so much. What's this about?
Oh no, I'm just laughing.
Oh, okay.
We as I said, this is my first podcast, so I have talked to David a little bit about some hand gestures that I'm going to be doing, and now that hand gesture, it wasn't actually a signal. It was just me trying not to laugh because. And they don't understand this joke yet. David looks nothing like Robin Williams.
Yeah, I really don't. I'm not nearly as hairy.
It was really hard. Yeah, no. For one, yeah. Okay. Also, you're blondish. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. Your hair is quite long.
Yeah.
I was just chortling. It's trying to chortle
it's been
silently.
Longer than this before. It used to be down to here.
Oh my goodness! And he's gesturing to below his nips,
a little bit above them.
A little above nip height.
Yeah. I kind of liked it. Anyway, what we were talking about was Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. That's right. Williams.
One of the reasons why I liked him so much is because it's kind of a soft spot for. We were talking about this earlier. It's kind of a soft spot for me when a comedian, actor, or whoever can also fill very serious roles.
Right. And just tug at your heartstrings.
Yeah. But it's also kind of hit or miss for me. Of course, Robin Williams was great at it.
Yeah.
And he will go down in history, in my opinion, as one of the best. But you've seen other people try it too. Like I've seen. Like Will Ferrell was in a serious role one time, and it was a good movie, but didn't stick with me. But I'm sure.
Yeah.
My brother loved it. Kudos.
Which one are you thinking of in particular?
Stranger Than Fiction.
Stranger Than Fiction. Oh, a buddy of mine, we're just talking about that. I did enjoy that movie, but I do see exactly where you're coming from.
Cool.
Certain comedians do it better than others.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, and then Jim Carrey's also another one. I think he's really good. But in terms of stand-up wise.
Yeah.
They're all dead now thinking about it. But
does that make you nervous at all? That's another question. I'll save that one for later.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But Mitch Hedberg, you know who he is?
Yes, absolutely. He's the king of the one-liners.
Yeah.
Dry as hell.
Yeah. And so one thing that, that's kind of how my style's kind of turned into.
Yes, I believe that. Yes.
So I really like him. He was one of the first comedians that my brother introduced me to.
Nice.
So yeah, him. But then I also there's the current greats, I really like Bill Burr.
Bill Burr is fantastic, yes.
even though my style is nowhere near him.
No, but
that doesn't
okay.
matter.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah.
No, I love Cat Williams. I don't have much in common.
I would never have guessed that.
I'm a huge Cat Williams fan, yes. Dave Chappelle, I'm a huge...
Dave Chappelle's awesome.
Yeah, Bill Burr's great.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place too. It's kind of like with music. I don't know if you're that way. I appreciate so much of it. I replicate so little well.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's why I have to come up with my own stuff. Just because my replications are often not just bad, but a lot of times offensive. I think you learned that from my last script. It was really on the edge of being like...
That wasn't offensive.
You don't think that was offensive?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. I worried. I hope not. I hope not.
No. I mean, the other night, I was at an open mic, and this guy was making, like, he was making those classic rape jokes.
Oh, those classic rape jokes.
Well, he was talking about,
me again.
He was making rape jokes about rapists with little penises. And it was, they were kind of funny. But,
I think,
but one thing he kept saying is, like, it's okay to laugh.
Oh, man, that's always reassuring when you hear that from someone.
We're all like, it's funny. But you're like holding it in because you don't want to like admit that it's funny. That makes any sense.
I have a bad habit of when I'm uncomfortable, I laugh much harder.
Oh.
Yes. So and it's like I promised myself I wouldn't fall into that hole that I think a lot of women comedians fall into. And by that hole, I mean my vagina, like talking about my vagina. But that is a good segue. Like at the gynecologist, I just giggle almost the entire time. It's so. I actually went recently, and I just laughed. I laughed so hard for like a full minute. And I remember this was literally this past Monday. So it's less than a week tomorrow. And the doctor actually stopped and had to like talk about it. That was the worst part. Like when they face it. Oh boy. Yeah, and she was like, "It's okay to laugh." And I was like, good, because I can't fucking help it. This is uncomfortable. And I was like fully clothed. It wasn't even any of that like weird
I think
parts.
That would be a great sketch.
You know what? I hope so. I hope so. Like I said, I try not to go that route as a female comedian because, I don't know. I don't want to be base. Like I don't want the low-hanging fruit. But at the same time, I've thought a lot about so I don't do it in my stand-up. I don't do jokes about it. I don't do it in my sketches. Have been pretty clean. But since it's just you and I in this room, I'll tell you about where I do make those jokes.
Okay, yeah.
I make those jokes in the doctor's office.
Okay.
With the doctors.
Oh.
That's the best time to make them. And I haven't told many people this because people don't normally talk about their trips to their lady doctor.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Neither do I.
No, you never?
No, I really haven't had the opportunity.
Darn. It's a great place for comedy.
I'm sure.
It's just rife with humor.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll just tell you about a few quick ones. I was at a doctor's appointment getting a breast exam. And the doctor said, very seriously, he's like, "Have you felt any lumps? I noticed any lumps?" And I said, no. Well, just the two. And the nurse got it right away and just tried really hard not to laugh. And she was just over in the corner, just and the doctor didn't get it even for a moment and looked at me very seriously and then started talking about more testing. And then I had to explain I just meant. Another one that I said once, I wish there was fewer of these, honestly. I tried, the doctor was suggesting to me some birth control methods or whatever. Okay. I don't really need them because I'm a comedian. But he was saying that there was something called an IUD.
Okay, yeah.
You're familiar with that? It's like, I guess, like a little metal T thing, and you put it up there, and it, I don't know, it keeps the babies.
I don't get the science behind it, but
no, me either. But I've heard of babies being born with them, like in their skulls and stuff.
Yeah, it's like the thing that they like put in the pizza boxes.
Yes, exactly.
To prevent the lids from sticking to the cheese.
Yep. I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same concept.
Probably the same company that makes them.
But the cheese is your fertile egg. And I don't know. So I couldn't think of the term IED.
Oh.
Which is something explosive device.
Improvised explosive device.
Explosive device. Yeah. It's a good thing this is a podcast, so
Yeah.
everyone can hear how badly I pronounce things. I couldn't think of that term. And yet it didn't stop me from wanting to make the jokes about IUD sounding like a bomb. So instead
Right.
I'm just spluttering to the doctor and I'm like, that's like a bomb. That's like those bombs. And at this point he's just terrified and he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, it's a bomb. It's a bomb. And he's like, God, what? No. I never thought of it during the whole exam, and we
Right.
left it at that. And actually
Right.
recently I was asking the doctor about UTIs, just, how to not get them, basically.
Okay.
How to not have trouble with that.
I had to figure out what that meant in my head real
Do you
fast
remember?
there, but now
Do you remember what it is?
I think I know what it is.
I want you
And
to
I feel
say
like
it, because if
I
you're
say
wrong, I'm going to
okay,
laugh.
UTI, right?
Yep.
Urinary tract or whatever infection?
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually a UTOWI.
Okay. or whatever.
Whatever infection. UTOWI.
Yeah.
Urinary tract or whatever infection. I made an unfortunate joke about that. I think that I had a UCI. And they said, well, I've never heard of a UCI. What's that? And I said, well, you see, I've got a problem.
Oh, okay.
And,
jeez. Boo.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah. You should have heard a response to like the whole. The news didn't get better from there, so I'm going to stop that story. It gets less funny after that. Oh, anyway, wow, that was a tangent. Okay, well, that was our first tangent on the show,
Hey,
on the
very
Pish Tosh
first tangent.
Podcast.
There you
So
go.
let's get back to Robin Williams
Okay.
and some of your other influences from today. You said Bill
Okay.
Burr is
Yeah,
a recent.
Bill Burr.
Let's go to the living ones. That's
Bill
a little
Burr's
harder.
he's alive.
For now.
Okay, so who else? I like Sarah Silverman a lot.
I do like Sarah Silverman.
Try to have both teams.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
very much appreciate that. Have you read her book, Bedwetter?
Absolutely not.
It's great. I highly recommend it.
Books are like, I don't really do much book.
Do you know what I did before I moved here from North Carolina?
Yeah, you're a librarian.
Yeah.
So you did lots of book.
I did book all the time. I spent most of my life booking. Also, I found it very offensive that you were like, yeah, I had a boring job. And knowing that I was a librarian before I came here. There's not a much more boring job.
Well, mine, I basically did like data entry.
Oh yeah, that's like,
So, yeah.
That's like, that's very
It's
similar.
prime boring.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Let's see. Who else do I like?
You like any other women comedians? That cough was very pointed.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I
you
could
hear it
tell.
over the podcast.
I
here.
mean,
wow. Can you even name one right now? Oh my God! I'm ending this.
No,
this is over. Name one other female comedian. I'm putting you on the spot here.
You got Amy Schumer.
Yeah, but do you like her, or are you just naming her? No, he's shaking his head.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, and then there's that other chick.
That's actually
Liza. She has a really weird last name.
God, don't say it. You don't like her either, do you?
No, it's not that. It's just, yeah, she's good,
Okay.
but she's
That
not,
does the roasts?
Yeah, I think she does roast.
Lisa Lampanelli? It's weird not to say that without following it with the word pussy.
She won America's, the next top comic thing.
America's
It
Next Top
was like
Comic?
a TV show.
What is it called?
Anyway, she won that, and
Yeah.
she's Whitney Cummings.
Oh, Whitney
She's
Cummings.
good.
Yeah, there you go.
She's really funny.
She
Yeah.
is. Nice.
I had to take my hat off because I was getting hot.
Wow, yeah. Absolutely. I did put him on the spot here. That was not very kind.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I mean, it's not like women comedians aren't funny.
Right.
It's just,
It's that women aren't funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're not as relatable to me.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because you laugh at things that you could relate to, I think.
Right.
And so, a lot of...
By the way, men can get urinary tract infections.
I know.
I think this is one of those points where it's going to be hard for me to stop laughing.
No, but where were we?
I don't really want to go anywhere anymore. That sounds like the end. No, I'm kidding. Okay, no, I appreciate that. I'm sorry I put you on the spot there.
No,
you
hey,
don't
it was
strike
good.
me as sexist whatsoever.
Cool.
You strike me as
I
a
do
very
my best.
evolved young man.
Yeah. I love my mother.
Well, good. You know, I heard a lot of people love your mother.
It's very much a good thing to do. Oh.
Hey,
shut up.
We're in our 20s. I'm allowed to make those jokes.
Yeah, I heard. Okay.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sure she's lovely. What's her name? Can you say that on here? Trish?
Yeah.
Trish Loken?
Yes. She's a retired science teacher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
What's your dad do?
He's also retired. He was an engineer.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah, so they're both very logical people.
Yes. So were you like where the humor came from in the family?
I think we all got pretty good senses of humor.
Nice.
It's just I'm the only one who is like their only option.
Nice. So do you find yourself to be, well, you went for mechanics, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you probably got some smarts. You got some...
I mean, yeah, when it comes to work around the house, you know, my dad always asks me first to help out with like the fixie stuff.
Nice.
Which, I mean, was fun sometimes, depending on what it was.
Very cool.
You know, when you hear someone talk about how they're kind of like a mechanical person, you think they must really, really like cars or something.
Right.
I couldn't give two shits about cars.
Really? Do you have a car?
Yeah, but I probably won't have it for long.
Yeah, because you're in the city now.
Yeah.
I kind of was feeling the same way.
Yeah.
I live like 3 hours outside of the city.
Fun.
Yeah, so I kind of need it right now.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about getting rid of it too and just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Just being homeless.
So I know there's like, I don't know how accurate this is, but there was some kind of article about how the youngest in the family is always the funniest. I'm the youngest of the family.
No way. Of how many?
I have 2 older brothers.
I have 2 older brothers, and I'm the youngest of my family.
There you go. Must be true.
It must be true.
Yep.
Damn. No, I'm actually not the funniest in my family, I would say.
Oh, you're not.
That'd be a lie. Yeah. Actually, a couple nights before I left, my brother made it a point to like just drunkenly yell in my face. I love my brother, and he did it lovingly, if you can imagine. But he's a big guy.
Yeah.
And he just pointed to me in the face, and he said, "Emma, you're going up there to be funny, and you make sure you know where this all came from, because me and your other brother, me and Nathan are the funniest ones in this goddamn family." And I'm like, "I know." And he's like, "And you're getting me a damn job at SNL one day." And I was like, "I will." It was a little traumatic, but I mean, like,
yeah,
it's a good night. So I can't really say that because he knows where I live and stuff, and he'll come find me.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I definitely want to say I'm the funniest, but they already got stuff going on.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
without,
like everybody's either married off or they're, doing something else.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
They're too busy.
Honestly, my brother Andrew comes up with a lot of good sketch stuff.
Now, where does the name Anderson come
That's
in?
my grandma's last name.
Oh.
Yeah. My grandma's maiden name.
Because I know your name to be David Anderson Loken.
Yes.
So your brother Andrew, is he an Andrew Anderson Loken?
Nope. He's an Andrew Dwayne Loken.
Oh, so this is something that you've taken on because you love your grandma?
I didn't choose my middle name.
Anderson is your middle name?
Yeah.
Why have I been calling you by your first, middle, and last name? I don't know. That's just me.
I'm okay with it.
I like to be very specific, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway.
Yeah.
My brother Andrew came up with the whole idea of he's come up with a couple of good sketch ideas that I've written, just kind of like to make because I thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
And so he came up with one. It was a deer safety meeting.
Deer safety.
That they have before hunting season.
Oh, deer safety.
Yeah.
I thought you were like writing a letter to safety.
No, like it's a bunch of deer having a
Nice.
safety meeting about what not to do because it's almost hunting season.
Great.
So I wrote it and I thought it was pretty funny. He thought it was pretty funny.
Nice.
I haven't used it for any class or anything like that, but it's in the book.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. It's in the old portfolio.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're going to go on one more break,
Okay.
and then we'll be right back. Thank you so much. Here's a word from our sponsor. Keep on listening. Back after a few short messages.
Hey y'all, do you like your man like you like your truck? All jacked up with a big old bed and smelling like gasoline? Well, if so, then you need to reach for Uncle Porky's gasoline-scented cologne for men. That's what my man wears. And ever since he started, It has really fueled our romance. Well, I like a good blue-collar boy, a strong mechanic type. And now, it don't just look like he been pumping all day. It smells like it too. Petroleum. Y'all reach for some Uncle Porky's gasoline-scented cologne for men now, you hear? If you suffer from insomnia, try Dream Pop, Sleepy Time Bubblegum. We've combined the flavor pink and diphenhydramine to help you get the best sleep of your life with Dream Pop.
All right, we are back with David Anderson Loken. Full name there.
There you go.
We're on a full name basis. Not first, not second. All of them. All three.
Yep.
Or more,
That's it.
You just
I only got the 3.
That's good.
Yeah.
We only have so much time.
Right.
So, what I want to know now, we just talked a little bit about a sketch that you did. Was it called Deer Safety?
I didn't really have a
Untitled
title
Works
for it.
by David Anderson
Yeah,
Loken.
we'll just call it Hunting Safety or something.
Hunter Safety.
Because that's what the class is called that you take when you're 12.
Oh,
So
in Montana?
Yeah. I don't know if it's that age everywhere, but
I don't know if everywhere has like a hunter safety class. Do you think there's a hunter safety class in Chicago, Illinois?
probably not. I
No,
have
I feel
idea.
the same way. Like there's probably classes in North Carolina that they don't have here in Chicago. It's probably like domestic violence avoidance. I think that's specific to like North Carolina 12-year-olds that are getting married off.
Yeah.
No, I miss North Carolina. I love it there so much, and I miss it every day. I especially miss the heat. So.
You miss the heat.
I miss the heat.
I dread the heat.
It's like 95 there right now, and I'm so mad that it's 58 degrees.
I'm liking this weather.
Oh.
I like gray weather.
Wow. Oh, I swear to God.
Weird,
so
right?
these beautiful like skyscrapers today, just to give some context, if you don't live here in Chicago, you cannot see like about halfway up, they just disappear into like a white
I was talking to my Uber
cloud.
driver the other day, and he said that, this fog is bizarre.
It's insane. It is June right now. It's June 16th, and it's in the 50s, and it's just foggy.
So
it's
much
like
for global warming,
Yeah,
right?
God, I love global warming. Oh, heat up faster. Like, throw all your shit in the garbage. Don't recycle. I'm cold. No, I'm sorry, Mother Earth. Love you, Mom. But no, I need it. I need the heat, man. I actually, I'm not even kidding. And you're going to watch me right now. I know, listeners, you can't see this, but what is this that I just pulled out of my pocket?
Beach defense? Is that like sunscreen?
Yeah. What does that say?
70
SPF.
70 SPF.
You know what I've been doing all
I've heard
day?
once you go past 30, it's just bullshit.
Oh, like 30 years old? Like when I'm
like
30?
30
It's just
FPS.
bullshit? Because I've heard that too. Oh, 30 SPF.
Or whatever the
All right, I
letters
need
are.
you to describe what I'm doing right now for the listeners.
Okay, she put a little dab on her finger, spread it out, put it on her stash, or where a stash would be.
Oh no, it's a stash, and you're going to see it really strong right now because it really shows up with the white sunscreen.
Okay.
You see it?
I mean, maybe if I look really hard.
Good, because I'm supposed to rub it in. But
Oh.
I've been putting sunscreen under my nose all day just to try to convince myself that it's not 50 fucking degrees
Really?
in June.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you do what you have to do. I moved here like you. Like I moved here in May, and in my mind, May is like 70, 90 degrees because I'm from North Carolina. And right now it's still in the 50s, and I just want to cry all the time. And I really want it to be warm. So I'm trying to trick my brain
Yeah.
by smelling the sunscreen all day into believing that the sun still exists in this freezing hellscape. No, everybody else is pretty happy with the weather. It's not a bad place. I love Chicago. I love Chicago, man. I've only been here a couple months.
I like it. It's always been, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Which is
There's a lot to do. There's a lot of people.
Yep. Yeah, but no, I like it so far. I like not driving around. Like Uber is the greatest invention
Right.
ever.
And I love my Uber drivers, man. I don't know if I've gotten lucky or what, but they're all great.
I drove a little bit in the city and I dreaded. I was so stressed out
you're just listening to your shoulders.
I'm used to like driving. Like, okay, if I gotta go somewhere that's like 20 miles away,
Right.
it takes me an hour and a half.
In Montana?
No, here.
Oh, here, yeah. In Montana, it
Yeah.
could be 120 miles away, and it probably takes 20 minutes.
Close to an hour.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know. We drive real fast in North Carolina. It's where Talladega Nights was filmed.
There you go.
Yeah, if you ain't first, you're last. Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
We drive real fast. Full circle. Full circle there.
Just like NASCAR.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of them.
Yeah.
That's what we do, North Carolina. Anyway, so getting back to it, we're talking about your sketch, your untitled sketch that's now called Deer Hunters. No, it's called
Hunter Safety.
Hunter Safety. I'm still wrong. Okay, Hunter Safety.
Mm-hmm.
My next question is, can you tell me about some of your I'm trying to form this into a question. Can you tell me about some of the other sketches that you've written without, giving anything away too much? Your portfolio, basically.
Okay. Well, a lot of my sketches have involved non-human characters.
I like that.
Yeah, like.
I've been referred to as a non-human character.
I mean, you were actually did one of them, the Jaguar one.
Oh yes, I performed in one of your sketches just a couple weeks ago. The Jaguar one. I was honored.
Yeah, there's one Jaguar who's teaching another Jaguar how to hunt.
And your Jaguar name was Fang?
Fang, the badass master hunter. And then Jerry the Jaguar.
Yeah,
the fat
guess
and
who
lazy.
was fucking fat, lazy Jerry right here. Yours truly, pointing to self.
Yeah. So Jerry the Jaguar, who is not a successful hunter, but he needs to be, but he doesn't want to be because he can't stand killing and eating babies.
Right. Which I do relate to.
Which is like the
Jerry
preferred
more.
Prey
Absolutely.
for predators because they're easier to catch.
Yeah.
So, and then I wrote the other one, Fish Out of Water, about a fish literally coming out of water.
That's right.
Being
But you really snaked your
to,
way around that assignment so well, because it was like, technically this isn't what we were supposed to do,
just like,
but everybody fucking loved it.
Yeah.
It was very well done.
Yeah, so this fish crawls out of water. He's going to be the next super species.
Yeah.
But then in the end, he gets picked up by a hawk and eaten.
Yeah, and I was in that one too.
Yeah,
I played Bertha.
You were Bertha the turtle.
Bertha the turtle.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, Bertha
I like
was
that
like
character.
The old wise turtle.
Yes, I feel like I had a lot of encouragement and just a lot of positivity.
Yeah.
Right before, and I told you, no worries, basically, and then you were immediately killed.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe not the wisest.
Yeah.
Of old turtles, but
yeah. Let's see. What was the other ones that I've written?
And you're just starting out, so I mean, so you're taking the writing class, and you're also taking stand-up?
Yes.
What's your experience with the stand-up class so far? Is it a big class, small class?
It's definitely smaller than writing.
That's nice.
Let's see, how many people are in the writing? There's like, what, 16?
On a good day, I think there's 16.
Yeah. In stand-up, there is 7 of us.
Oh wow, that's got to be nice though.
I mean, it's a lot. Yeah, exactly. It's there's workshop involved.
Nice.
So your homework, air quotes, and homework is you come up with 5 minutes. You bring it into class. You do it, and then you talk about what you could change, what you could add, like certain wordings that could make a difference. Of all that. But so our actual final end of the semester show is Friday.
Oh wow!
Yeah, is
this coming Friday or was this past Friday?
It's this Friday.
What time? Let's talk about that. Can anybody come?
Yes, tickets are online at the Second City box office.
Oh my God! Did our listeners catch all of that? You can see David Anderson Loken this Friday, June. What's that? 21st.
It's going to be the 21st.
Oh my God!
June
21st, 2019 at the Second City in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
I hope I get this podcast out in time.
Yeah,
for
no
you to
kidding. Like this comes out the 22nd.
Yeah, that really puts a. You guys are hearing this soon.
You don't. Yeah, but anyway.
I'm getting this out right away.
All right.
Good encouragement. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm coming. It's at 7.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I've recruited anyone.
I don't see why not.
One of the other people was like, I invited 45 people.
Oh my God, I don't even know.
I'm like,
45
exactly.
People.
I don't even
Jesus
know. Like
Christ.
even back home,
I don't even know 4.5 people. Oh.
Yeah.
Man.
So yeah, that's Friday. I'm kind of freaking out about it because
I don't blame you. It's a performance. Have you done a lot of actual performing?
Like open mic wise, or like in anything?
In any capacity?
No.
I was. So why is it supposed to be? No.
Yeah, no.
Oh my
I didn't.
God.
I really haven't. I've never really been.
This is your debut.
I've never really been a performer. I've done open mics, but that's it.
I'm so happy, man.
But that's
I'm
only
looking
been the
forward
last couple
to.
weeks.
Have you done any open mics in the city, in Chicago, since you've been here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, not. I don't. Well, that makes it sound like I've done a lot. I've done like 4.
That's impressive. I've only done 1. I've been here as long as you have, so you got me beat by 3.
Yeah, but
almost 4.
it's kind of my homework though. So.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you test it out on your open mics.
Yeah.
Do you have to do open mics for homework, like literally?
No, but it's
So there you go. You're overachieving.
Suggested.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like nudity or whatever in movies, in good movies.
Okay. If you say so.
I'm just trying to come up with a few more references before I wrap things up. So you've got a show. Do you have anything else that you want to promote?
I don't have anything else right now.
Well, that's a lot though. That you're doing your big debut performance.
I mean, there's going to be another one in 8 weeks for a stand-up too.
Oh, that's great. Let me hear about what you got. You got coming up next. So you're enrolled right now. You registered?
Yeah, for stand-up too and writing too.
Stand-up too and writing too.
Yes.
Ah, did you get the Saturday
I did
block?
get the what?
The Saturday 10 a.m. writing too?
Yeah, the same blocks.
Hell yeah, I've heard that a lot of people are doing that same class. I'm going to be so jealous. I want to carry on because this is such a great writing group.
Yeah, it's fun.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get some more of our classmates in here too.
Yeah.
Sit down and do some talking with them as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. So you're doing stand-up too as well?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What time? When? Well, you don't have to get too specific. You're gonna get some stalkers out here because of all the listeners. Ooh, no, this is my first episode. I appreciate you coming out. Yeah. Anyway, so now I'm really gonna put you on the spot. Big plans. Do you have any like big, next year, 5 years, 10 years? What have you made out your last?
I have no
testament?
idea how long it's gonna take.
I gave myself like 10 years. I told myself I'm going to move to Chicago in like the end of April, May, and then if 10 years go by and I'm not doing it, then I'll just go back to being a librarian and then I'll just die. Just slowly.
Boy, that's
for
encouraging.
a long time. Yeah, but that's 10 years is a long time to try.
I mean, yeah, I just kind of, I'm going to, however long it takes, I guess.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy them both writing and stand-up. I think I enjoy them both equally.
That's good. That's good.
So I mean, I think they also
They do. They mesh very well.
So whatever occurs over the next couple of years, I'll probably hop on that train.
That sounds great. Do you know how many stand-up classes there are here at the Second City?
There's just the 2 levels.
Just the 2?
But then there's also like an intro one, which is like just a 1 week thing.
Oh,
or
like a
something
workshop
like that.
type? That's more, which I guess is all kind of workshoppy.
Yeah.
With the writing program is pretty extensive though, correct?
Yeah, there's 6 levels.
That's good too. And like you said, they're very interchangeable. They benefit one another nicely.
I definitely think so.
Wow. I'm so excited about your Friday show. I'm definitely going to be there.
It hasn't sold out yet.
Unless it's sold out.
It's in the Dumont,
oh my God.
which isn't a very big one.
You better get your tickets. Where is it, DuPont?
Yeah, the Dumont one, apparently it's on the 4th floor.
Dumont on the 4th floor of the Second City.
I might be saying that totally wrong, actually, now that I think about it.
Maybe it's Demonet.
Something. I mean, when I was writing it out.
Do you know how to spell it?
Yeah, of course.
I think sounds like it starts with a D.
It's definitely on my calendar.
7 p.m., June 21st, Friday
Oh, yeah, that's right.
night.
Yeah, it's like D-U-M-O-T.
Second City. D-U-M-O-T?
Yeah, I thought it was like
Dumont.
I thought it was like one of those fancy French things when it's like D-E space and then like
Apostrophe.
and then M-O-N-T-E-A-U-X or something like that.
Yeah, Dumont. Yeah, something like that. That makes sense. I'm so excited to see that show. I really appreciate you coming out, and I guess that's it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was very happy to do it.
Appreciate
I've always
you.
wanted to do a podcast before.
Me too. You're here for my first one. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations to you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Should we? And like you said, you're not great at goodbyes. I'm not great at goodbyes either. I'm the type of person that will be on the phone for like 45 more minutes, just goodbye.
I just won't answer in the
See you
first
later,
place.
crocodile. That works too. I appreciate you answering the call to be on this podcast, I guess, in summation. Should we sing like a song to close us out?
You know, I'm probably not gonna sing a song.
That's probably for the goodbye. No, we're done. All right. Thank you so much and have a good evening. And y'all listening, I really appreciate it. And y'all have a good evening too. Well, I am wrapping up my very first episode of the Pish Tosh Podcast. Yay! Thank you so much for listening. And this is a part of the show that I'd like to end on each episode, and it's called
The Reference Section and Corrections.
This is the part of the show where I'd like to fix any mistakes that I might have made throughout the show, and maybe elaborate, give you some more information on something that I thought was pretty interesting and maybe you'd want to know more about too. First of all, as hard as we tried to spell DeMott, we were so far off, David and I. It is spelled DE space MAAT. And that is the Studio Theater at the Second City, where David will be performing stand-up this Friday night, June 21st at 7 o'clock at 230 West North Avenue on the 3rd floor of the Second City. And tickets can be found online at thesecondscity.com, or you can call the box office at 312-337-3992. I got my ticket, so hopefully I'll see you guys there. Part of the reasoning behind this podcast was to promote young performers who are in the grind right now, the ones who really need faces, smiling, encouraging faces in the audience, and need those tickets to be bought as well. And after everything was said and done, taxes and fees, I think it was like less than $10, so it's very affordable. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. Also, some corrections. The television show, the competition for comedians show that Dave and I were talking about, is of course called The Last Comic Standing and not America's Next Top Comic, because I don't think that's a thing. Also, my parents are not terrible people. I love Amy Schumer very, very much. Being a librarian is not that boring. In fact, I loved it very, very much, and I am a huge advocate for public libraries in like every way, shape, and form. Still am. And I might live in 3 hours from the city, but it can take an hour and a half. It can take 5 hours. So that's the fun thing about Chicago traffic. Also, I did a little bit more research into the Montana State University. I couldn't find what ranking it is as far as their engineering program compared to the rest of the United States, but Jamie Wadeau is the female alumni that created the Mars rover Curiosity. She's now the head of the rover's mobility team and an engineer at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. So it's pretty awesome. I also found another MSU engineer, female alumni named Carmel Johnston. And she was the commander of a mission to simulate a human expedition to Mars called the Hawaii Space Exploration Analog and Simulation, or for short, High Seas Mission 4. This was like the longest and most intensive of its kind. And so these are two like awesome MSU alumni women that are helping us get to the red planet. So I thought that was really awesome. Speaking of planet, I definitely do not want global warming to be a thing, and I think that everyone should recycle. So on that note, I wanted to thank David one more time for his patience as I learned the ins and outs of creating my own podcast. I also wanted to thank my partner and fellow improver, Corey Harris, for all of his encouragement and for brainstorming with me so much this past week. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for listening. I am so excited to keep making these, and feel free to reach out to me in any way, shape, or form. You can leave comments on my website at www.emmaredmarchrose.com. You can also find me on Facebook or Instagram, and I love meeting new people. If you are a performer yourself and you'd like to be on the show, you can even email me at imemma206@yahoo.com. That's I'm Emma 206 at Yahoo. Thanks so much. Bye.